Pounders, today we're going to do a little bit of everything. We're going to try to touch on most contests on Underdog right now, including one that I've just been kind of grinding behind the scenes. It is a scroll and a half away from the front page. We're still going the 2-minute drill. 11.3 thousand entrants, right? $5 tourney. Sure, the up top is not the same as Battle Royale, but 5,000 still a good price for 11,000 people. Obviously, Battle Royale is like 67,000 plus. So you don't have to deal with that. And it's 24% full. This is a 6-person draft room. So it's not like these fill super, super fast. So we're going to dive into this a little bit. It's just the afternoon games, and I actually like that slate. You can get boxed pretty easily at different positions, but let's just warm up with a good old Chasing Miami Bowl +6. If you guys want to jump into this with us, +6 as we wait, and I'm sure that's going to fill relatively quickly. We'll jump into a battle royale as well. Artie, welcome to the live stream. Bri, what's going on, fellas? Smash the like on the way in. I appreciate you guys. If you have any Starstick questions, you can also drop those in the chat or in the comments. I'll be getting back to every single comment before NFL kickoff tomorrow. Alex, what's going on, man? And of course, we get the 101. Honestly, I want to keep my Cup Kelsey exposures pretty close this week. I do want to be a little more heavy on Kelsey, but that's going to be even more important in other contests. But I'm going to be very heavy on these 3 tight ends. These top 3 tight ends just have a higher ceiling than the rest of the tight ends. And sure, that has not been going good. I'm just glad Hawkinson isn't here to just ruin my day. Sorry, Shane. Shane's in the live stream. What's going on with your man, Hawk? No JJ. You're expecting just like high ceiling, high floor, and we've been getting like low floor. It's crazy. He's been killing me on the battle royales. So strange. Just he can't ruin my day, at least not this week. Josh. No, I agree, man. I agree. Thanks, ER7. You the man. Josh in the house. I'm done with Hawks 8-point games. I'm right there with you. Oh my God. I've been heavy on Hawk like the last 2 weeks too. So it's okay. We're on some of the right pieces, so we didn't take big L's. But yeah, it could have been pretty damn nice. All right, 10 out of 12 for the Dawg Bowl. That crew neck is tough, he says. Yeah, I'm going to have the best St. Patty's Day outfit, that's for sure. That is for sure. Where's the Pounders store? We'll get it going eventually. Not at the top of the list right now. I got stuff going behind the scenes. You guys know I just don't slack off in my off time. We got big things coming, big announcements coming. This is quality. Kyle Pitts is my new best friend. My God. The usage there is just like, it's still puzzling. It's still puzzling. 55% Pitts, 54% Jonnu. Like, you don't, you're Kyle Pitts, like, truther still, like, it's good that he's getting the targets, but seeing his usage go down, and now kind of just flatten out around 55% isn't the best. Kind of reminds me of Seattle, where everyone's just got like a gross 45%, 42%, 43%. We'll see. 47 pass attempts is crazy. Yeah, that's what you like to see. Oh my God. Nick, you came into this room and you stole the one. See, I should have joined. I should have let the Dawg Bowl go first because I just used my Influencer 101 on a friggin' Battle Royale. Get the 11 spot. Derek Anthony, don't recognize him. Bry, what's up? Barreto, one of the grinders, and he's been crushing it as of late. EDN3, please stop taking Naked Burrow. It's not this week. Reference to a previous week. Max Payne. Yeah, Nick, you can't just come in here and take my powers like that, dude. It's like, did you even hit the like button? Like, probably not. Probably not. Got the whole crew here. Yeah, it's beer o'clock. So we're gonna be grinding multiple of these contests. Josh Jacobs. We got him at 18 the other day. I posted a lineup on the Twitter machine. Wow. St. Brown falls to 11. No way. No way. And then we just get nothing for value here. I feel like how many people are doing this, right? Probably a couple, but I feel like a lot more people are going to do this with Lamar. So let's just do a quick little swap up here. Kenneth Walker feels really good this week. K-Walk feels really, really good this week, especially with Keenan Allen. Like, if you could somehow get Travis Kelce and Kenneth Walker, I feel like that's going to be the optimal this week. Quote me. He says, I smashed that button. Don't worry. That's how you got those powers. That's how you got those powers. Let's do this so we can see. I might have to. How's that look? Does anyone else think Kenneth Walker has been extremely inefficient from yardage standpoint? And if he doesn't get to the end zone this week, most definitely bust. He can't run hot forever. I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems like Sharps might be a little dinged up too. So this spot sucks. Like, for me, it's clearly Mark Andrews. And I have so much Mark Andrews this week for Dog Bowl because I can't get a pick higher than 8. This is number 11. And I have one pick inside. I think it's pick 5. And yeah, it's a Keenan Allen Herbert team, so I can't complain too much. But still, man, the variance has been gross this week for me in Dog Bowls. And obviously, this money adds up. Like, from this spot, it probably is just Mark Andrews, Lamar. Yes, it's going to be super chalky, but it doesn't matter if I think that's the best, honestly, the best pairing you can make to go. You can go Mark Andrews, Herbert, try to go like Palmer. Gibbs, I feel like used to fall. You're not seeing him fall anymore. Not after the coaches came out and said he's going to be the guy. He's going to get a lot of usage this week. Which is like obvious, like we knew that. Fading Walker this week. All right. Oh, we're doing a little Jacko, a little Sam Adams Jacko. Feeling a little white girl. We got the little white girl in us tonight. So you got to get the pumpkin. No pumpkin spice, but the pumpkin flavor. It's October. The strep throat's gone. I could finally have a beer. My God. That was a bad week on my hiatus. Yeah, paid. That's super smart, bro. And we can go through my exposures real quick. And my Devontae Adams is going to be super low. I'm getting him around 18. That's where I'm sort of willing to pull him in, but his over-under set to 5.5 receptions. Not the worst thing. And obviously, it's Devontae Adams. Gibbs goes. Let's go Tyler Lockett and Marquise Brown. Little mini stack there. It's like I don't want to do a bring back run. I don't want to do Najee. There's no way I'm bringing in Najee to this. James Cook could just go onslaught Buffalo. That wouldn't be the worst thing, or just like a one-off with Donta Foreman, who should see what 15 plus touches this week, like pretty easily. No Rashawn Johnson. Could go a bring back with Stevenson, but when I think about game script of like Buffalo versus New England, I just think like we're fucked, right? So like, in what case do we see Stevenson stay relevant in the fourth quarter? I guess you're hoping that it's in the air. But then you run into a game like against Dallas. So I'd almost rather go Onslaught if James Cook's available and say Buffalo puts up 35 points. There's plenty of points to go around. And no receiver. Obviously, you need flat scoring for this type of team. Diggs can't get all the touchdowns. Davis can't get all the touchdowns. Oh, double tight end, man. Oh, that's not $50 entry. It's 25. The $25, we'll say the $25 dono. Nick going with the same pairing, Tyler Lockett and Marquise Brown for that game stack. Looks like we're gonna have our pick. Only one more person can pick a running back. I didn't think Brian Robinson was still gonna be there. I think people are, I don't know. This game was like the most surprising, right? Like this one was the game where everyone thought that, I mean, he was in a prime spot to smash against Chicago. And he got shut down early, and then they get behind. And then you saw Gibson the whole fourth quarter. So you kind of discount him this game. And then this wasn't great. So he hasn't been efficient at all on the ground. Six picks away here. Kendrick Bourne. That's just like a look at, like, it's just so random. Like, yeah, it's a good scroll down piece. Like if you're doing like a little Buffalo, little something there, but just like a random one-off Kendrick Bourne along with like Pittman and Rashee Rice. There's just like, sure, $5, but like, man, you are trying to thread a thread of a needle. We get our pick. Let's go Stevenson. It's so gross. It's so gross. We'll do the bring back with Stevenson. Let's jump into the 2-minute drill. Again, this is a pretty big tournament, 11,300 entrants, and it's 24% full, and it starts at 4 p.m. tomorrow. So you could see overlay in this tournament, because on top of this one, people drafting this one, people can be drafting other tournaments at the same time. Like the goal line stand is half full. Battle Royale still has 25, 26% to go. So there's a lot of other contests. The NFC Blitz and the AFC Blitz are actually filling super fast. But again, the draft size is 4. So it's a much faster contest and 1,100 people. I didn't get into the bomb this week, but I've got into the $25 one. Oof, wow, this is gross. Oh, wow. We got left with shit. We got left with freaking dog doo-doo right here. Frank, what's going on, man? Welcome to the live stream, Frankie. Foreman on goal line stand. Yeah, definitely. 72 players being drafted. 100%. 100%. Um, Palmer basically just a bet against Keenan Allen. And then let's go. Who's going to come back to us? This might just be a James Cook click. It's James Cook or Jonathan Taylor. Let's go James Cook. I could see it being pretty ugly for Indy this week against Cleveland. The thing is, when you go to pick'ems, I feel like Gardner Minshew's yard total is like super fucking high. It's at 198.5. There's no Alec Pierce. Who the hell's catching the ball? It's going to be Pittman. It's going to be Josh Downs, Jonathan Taylor. So, I mean, this tells me someone on Indy's going to hit, which is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I took the under in a pick 'em. Like that just seems high against Cleveland. 17 picks away. Let's jump into. Did I jump into one already? Yeah, we autoed Eckler. Great. We'll take that. In this contest, so like Kelsey, for me is the clear 101. It goes Kelsey then Musgrave. he has to go at the 101 in this contest. Wide receivers, obviously, like much deeper. Like even Michael Wilson's in play. Marvin Mims is in play. If they let him play some snaps. I'm not opposed to going Justin Herbert here. QB falls off, but even Joshua Dobbs, like I'm gonna have a few Joshua Dobbs teams just because of that rushing ability. And you see here, he gets 23.5 and he doesn't get in the end zone on the ground. It's actually impressive. Just good fancy stats. Josh says the NFC and AFC ones are kind of fun. Those are the only ones I didn't jump into just because the first place wasn't appetizing enough. I'd rather go for the bigger payouts. 5K. Obviously 10 times the amount of entrants, but we get sniped. Absolutely sniped. Let's go Aaron Jones. We'll go double RB. And not to like completely screw the whole room. I don't know how many people are actually going to do this on this slate where wide receivers, they kind of fall off quick, but I also don't care who my QB is. Like I'm up in 5 picks. If I could get Marquise Brown back to me, and what this should do is this should push the teams that have 0 RBs realistically to pick one because they fall off like after Javonte, Najee, and Jalen Warren. Do they have Darrell Henderson in this? Numi, if you're still in here, get Darrell Henderson added to this slate. Could take a shot on Zach Evans, but kind of gross. Out of LA, the chatter is basically Henderson's going to be a definite. Like he's going to be playing, and it seems like everyone else is just going to be like sprinkled in, which is not good. Marquise Brown, George Pickens, Joshua Palmer. It's pretty easy selections here. Up in 5 picks. If we go Marquise Brown, this can be a Dobbs team. These teams all need wide receivers. What are the chances we get Pickens or Joshua Palmer? Palmer, I just met her. Love that. Get these tight ends off the board, fellas. Get these tight ends off the board. JSN's in play. Let's go. That's all I had to say. All I had to do is remind them that they need to draft a tight end. That's so easy. I'll do that every time for you guys. Cortland Sutton's in play. Holy shit. We just got how many in a row? 5? Holy 6. 5, 6. Too many. Oh, Deontay Johnson's the click there. He's definitely the click. That hurts me a little bit. No real correlation picks. I think it's just a scroll down to Cortland Sutton. It's Cortland Sutton first. We're not gonna have any correlation with this, which is fine. We could go Reynolds. Like, this could easily be just a random Josh Reynolds team, and he's the one that scores the touchdowns over Amon-Ra. That'd be a way to leverage this, and it is a bring back in this game. It's probably worth doing, but, like, Curtis Samuel's wide receiver 26 on the year. Been sneaky good. Oh, we get Palmer back to us. I like the Doubs. I like the Dobbs pick. We could go Rice. I'm gonna go Palmer. Could go Rice for the mini stack. But, let's do that instead. We are gonna go Josh Reynolds here in the Dog Bowl as our bring back in this Baltimore game. He's not getting drafted. Could be JMO. I don't hate Josh Downs this week either. Like, I think Minshew's gonna be better for these receivers than Anthony Richardson was. And like I said, I don't think Zach Evans is necessarily like just guaranteed the touches this week, especially the talk from the coaching staff. It doesn't look like it's going to go that way. So we need a QB and we need a tight end. Maybe I kind of played that shitty. If I go, like, obviously, do these teams have tight ends? He didn't have a tight end, so I thought Everett was going to get sniped. Like, the clear tight end on the board is Gerald Everett. But we're going with we're going with Joshua Dobbs here against Seattle. I would love to have, like, Tyler Lockett as a bring back for this one, but I do like these two RBs. Trey McBride, we saw a little boost, a little sneaky boost in the snap count over Zach Ertz last week. Up to 58%, Zach Ertz down to 46%. Okay, I'll bite. I'll bite here this 1 week, obviously taking a little bit of the risk, but that is a good sign. That is a good sign. I'm going to jump into another one of these 2-minute drills. And then we'll go back to battle royales. I'd love to get the 1 or 2 and get Kelsey, to be honest. I just don't think you can take Cup here at 1 when it goes Kelsey Musgrave. Like, that has to be taken into consideration. J-Dubs, what's going on, man? Heart rates is in this one. Brian, what's up, fellas? There's no way you're letting me get Kelsey at 3. I'm just gonna go back to drinking my beer. Shit. This is why my advance rates aren't higher. And they're fine. J-Dubs, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'll do a little Joshua Dobbs double. I don't know if anyone is going to be doing that. That is for sure. I don't even know if I should be doing that. That feels like a $5 dono. And that's why we're jumping into another one. I don't even mind, like, grabbing my QB last, to be honest. Like, Love, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So with 5 QBs, Jordan Love's the 5th QB off the board. Like, there's so many good games to stack here and for bringbacks as well. I don't really love Russ coming off a down game and then going up against Green Bay. Yeah. It's still running back here for me. Like, it goes Eckler, K-Walk, It's still running back over Keenan Allen, where I think in battle royales, you definitely have a say in if you wanna go receiver or running back here. But yeah, K-Walk definitely should be going 4th, 100% agree with that. Heart rates, if you can get, like, Keenan Allen and Isaiah Pacheco, that's a fun start. I think I have one of those teams. Let's pull up the expos here for can't get off the Mike Evans click. 2 weeks in a row, DK, we swapped to Tyler Lockett halfway through the week after we saw DK wasn't practicing. Uh, I'm completely fine with not going C-Watt. Let's go J-Herbs. We might be able to do an Eckler, Palmer, She Rice sort of thing, or Luke Musgrave. Kelsey at 24%. I've been an absolute spoon this week with 1 and 2 picks with Cup and Kelsey. 44% of my entries. That's I'm a spoon. It's okay because I admit it, and that's fine. Drop it in the chat. Just let everyone see it. It's shiny. I know. K-Walk, like, the thing is, like, I like K-Walk a lot. So, kinda like a double-edged sword. I think it's much more important for the Dog Bulls to have a top 6 pick. Let's see. And this has been bad. Cup, none. Kelsey, none. Looks like we have Eckler in 2. I'll take that. But we've done 12. Feels bad to not have any Cup, no Kelsey. We do have the double stack if we want it, and we do. Shane says refresh and check victory formation. No, you didn't just drop another contest, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. Stop. Come on, man. Ooh, $20 single entry. Let's go. Oh, that's juicy. Oh, that puts a big smile. Already 8% full. I have to join this now. You guys are sick. You guys are sick. You're gonna fill this. You guys are gonna insta fill this. I have to jump in it now. And this is a regular battle royale. I'm taking it. 11.3% rake. Draft size 6. Yeah. Ooh, I like this. I like this. We'll go over my $25 entry on that. Similar. Oh. Shh. This is your captain speaking. We'll be landing in roughly 12 minutes. Bryce sneaks in this one. ELB the GOAT in the 6th spot. What's going on, King? Dobbs gone. Oh, we get our bring back too. You guys are kind. Although I'd probably rather Dobbs. Just because I think if Rice hits, like Mahomes likely hits. Let's go Cooper Cup here. I love single entries. Like single entries are just it's just a nice way to spice it up. You're not gonna see as many people reach down, right? So, like, if you have heavy conviction on someone that is going to hit that is outside the top 36, like um when we were on let's make this pick. Zach Ertz, Tyler Higbee. We can go Higbee here. It's kind of a bet against Cup and Puka. But, like, when we were on George Pickens, who was drafted outside the top 36, and he finished as basically the optimal flex. Um that would basically win that would win you a league that's 564 entrants. So I do think it gives a nice little edge to people that can draft a median score that's high, as well as pick out those players that aren't being drafted that still have the high ceiling to be able to spike in. And if the stars align, then that's how you take it down. So top 100 double their entry. I like that too. I don't like entry. I don't like the tournaments where it's like you made $2. It's like just add it. Just add that to the top. But I get they want people to continue drafting, to continue to have money in their wallets. It makes sense. We can get a little spicy with this pick. Not that spicy. Probably not Marvin Mims spicy. Let's go Michael Wilson here against Seattle. All right. The $20 single entry battle royale victory formation. You guys gotta jump in this quick. It's gonna fill very fast. So this is basically like pick your favorite plays on the week. You have one entry to do it. And also let me get Mark Andrews Lamar here. Like that's the other. It's close. You know you want Josh Allen. He's not going Mark Andrews. You're not double tapping tight end. You're not, don't know. And you're not reaching down for Lamar. There's no way in hell. Both of these things are going to happen at the same time. He auto-picked Mark Andrews. Oh my God, load. Not gonna lie. That sort of scared me. One entry to rule them all. One entry to rule them all. Where's that $25 contest? Back 7. Nope, not here. Here it is. The fullback drive. Like this one's very similar. 456 entrants. This one's 25 instead of 20. And this one is a max entry of 5. I did 1. And I just liked my team enough that I didn't continue drafting. So we went Lamar with the bring back of Amon-Ra St. Brown, got Zay Flowers, Eckler, Aaron Jones, and Kyle Pitts. Sometimes I do that. Like if I feel good about how a draft went, I don't feel the need to continue drafting. And I can give you an example of that. This week, was it here? Wasn't there? Here, no, not goal line stand. I got rushed in goal line stand. Here it was. I did 2. Sunday kerfuffles. 1,700 people. I felt really good about one, and I stopped. And we slap into 8th. Like, you don't have to continue forcing it, especially with there's so many contests too. So many contests available. That was such a good heads up by Shane. That would have filled by the time I realized that was a thing. And we'll gladly take Seawater here. Thank you. We'll gladly take Gibbs here as well. Gibbs is a definite. I'm not double stacking with Zay. I don't like Amari this week, although like he's probably fine. I just think his ceiling's a little capped if Deshaun doesn't play. Yeah, with Lockett not there, with Mike Evans. Lockett's not there, right? I'm not blind. Where did Lockett get fucking drafted, bro? At 14? What is happening? Yeah, we'll just take Siwa. That's fine. I'm also okay with just going Romeo Dobbs this week too. Like, not being drafted because of what, one-off game just seems a little too fast by the fantasy community to write him off. And those routes, even just the play calling was terrible against Vegas. Obviously, Love had a down day, but Scoot, welcome to the live stream, my man. Pauly Chips, where's the Rashi Rice hype coming from this week? I keep seeing, yeah. Thing is with the Rice, like he could have got there a couple weeks back, 2 weeks ago. He caught 2 balls and landed basically on the 1-yard line. Is that 2 weeks ago or last week? They start to blur at this point. It's basically a game script thing. It's basically a game script thing, and with people stacking the Chargers, they're doing a bring back, and Rice is probably not my favorite. Like, I'd probably want Kelsey. The thing is with Rice, like, if you don't have Mahomes and Rice gets there as, let's say, an optimal flex, he puts up 17 points. You know Kelsey is going to get his 17, 15 points in this situation, you would think. So I do think that bet, you're trying to like thread a needle where it's like, oh, okay, Rashi Rice, you can get 16 to 20 points, but make sure you don't get 25 because then Mahomes is going to have 35. So I don't love doing Rice as a bring back. I think I did it on the last draft, but again, it's like trying to thread a needle. Archie, welcome to the live stream, man. Good to see you. It's funny how Terry's here still. I don't even. This could be a George Pickens click too, as a bring back, a little mini stack. Against the Giants, against the Rams. Let's go with Pickens. I don't even know what it landed on. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have to check it. Victory formation. We ended up with Pickens, so we did a little mini stack with Cooper Kupp. No Pat Freiermuth this week. Pickens does get a small boost. Jonta Johnson's back. We don't know if he's going to be on a snap count, and if he is, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. George Pickens is still that spike week type guy who went nuclear on the last play of the game, basically, for Pittsburgh with that touchdown. So sick. Would have made so much money if Thielen didn't end up scoring his last touchdown, because Thielen was like the chalk play that week before Pittsburgh's bye. Are you going to do any pick'em entries? We can take a look at them. We can definitely take a peek at some point in the stream. London, I had a lot of London lines where London was at 3.5 receptions. He got bumped up to 4 now. Now it's really not worth it. What's Amon-Ra at? Amon-Ra's at 6.5. I like that. I still think this Minshew line's high against Cleveland. So let's do that. Let's just make a little 3-piece McNugget here. Let's just make a little 3-piece McNugget. Let's see if we got any like really plus EV plays on Odds Jam. And I'm thinking I'm logged out. Of course I am. Oh, there's a CSGO play live for 62%. We're going to play it with this. Ooh, I'm on NFL. Brute over 28.5. And we're going to put 15 on it. It's basically my unit size. And send that down. Send that down range. All right, let's do one more Miami Bowl. Can we please get a top 4 or 5 pick? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take top 6 or 7. I'm being generous. Fuck. I shouldn't have said 7. Like, "Ah, alright, he said 7. I guess we gotta give it to him." Um, honestly, where K-Walk started, I still like Keenan Allen better this week than Diggs. It's crazy, I know. New England's defense is hurt, but they still find a way to stop the number 1. Like, they shut down Devonta Adams last week. You knew that was gonna be a Myers game, though. We completely faded Adams last week. We saved a ton of money. Battle Royales, Dog Bowls, saved a ton of money last week, fading Devontae, and then hitting on the flex with with Myers. I'm tempted for it to be like this, to be honest. But these, I think you could flip flop. Let's see what we get to fall to us. It's probably going to be a Mon-Ra, which is fine. No news on Aaron Jones. No, he's not official yet. It looks like it's going to be like an hour, hour and a half before game time, before we know. It's annoying. It's super, super annoying, but that's what they do. If you guys are new to the stream, drop a sub if you guys are enjoying. Slap the like if you just jumped in. After this, we're going to do a couple more. We're going to do a couple more battle royales. Give us Keenan Allen one time from the 7 spot. Be a man. Be a man. Draft Mahomes. Fuck. There's no way, right? There's no way. One could dream. One could dream. Oh, man. I would like to get one more pairing of Keenan Allen and Herbert, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'm not going to force these, right? Like, I'm going to stop at 14 dog bulls. The top 2,000 get their $25 back. And it's so top heavy. Like, it is. You finish in top 3 or you're like, you're losing money unless you do one and you come in 4th. Like, it's just not. It's not a very. It's just high variance. Like, you need to finish top 3 to have a good time here. Man, we were so close, but not close at all last week. Play the world's smallest violin for us in 28th place. So close, but not close at all. 14 points. Shout out to Nez. Shout out to CG. Back to the chopping block here. So a Mon-Ra start. I don't think Lamar is going to make it back. He's probably going at 14 to the Mark Andrews team because, again, what else are you supposed to do from the 11 spot? It just seems like you're at such a disadvantage, and that feels like one of the better plays. I'm also fine with Josh Allen Barkley too. Like, Josh Allen, we've seen him spike like the majority, probably like a great majority, where he spikes and he doesn't elevate a single pass catcher around him to be optimal. So you could always grab Gabe Davis. I don't know if he makes it back to 36. Probably depends on the room. Could double stack Detroit here. I have so much Aaron Jones this week. Like, I have to click off of Aaron Jones here. I also have a ton of Laporta too. Let me pull up the dog bowls. We have 11 dog bowls. 12 person. How much support do we have? Oh, fuck, we have none? I've just been drafting so much of him this week that I just figured I had a lot of them. Alright. I'm just okay with Pacheco anyways, I guess, because you're leveraging Mahomes, you're leveraging Kelsey if he can get in the end zone twice. It's just a crapshoot at tight end. Like Njoku's in play. Basically, the only tight ends that I'm fading are Buffalo tight ends because New England's relatively good against the tight end. If Henry didn't play, like Gesicki would be in play. It's gross, but it's accurate. You don't have to like it, but it still might work. Um, Njoku, Everett probably shouldn't be going this late. Like this might be a nice little mini stack between Pacheco and Everett. And that is like the ultimate let's thread the needle on leveraging this whole game. Pate says, yeah, running back feels so rough outside of a few plays. I don't know though. Like I'm completely okay with going basically elite all around and then just grabbing like Foreman and saying, hey, maybe he goes nuclear for, 115 yards and a touchdown. You don't even probably need that. You probably need around like 14 points. We saw a team finish top 3 last week that had Kittle, who ended with like zero point 0.4 points. Thing is, he was optimal everywhere else. He had like the Mostert, Thielen. He was optimal everywhere else. And I had so much Mike Evans last week. And I'm right back on the bandwagon. The thing is, like, I'm okay with risking it on what supposedly is the correct play, right? Like, I'm okay with risking it on ceiling plays. If it doesn't work, like, you chop it up, you try again next week. And unfortunately, ceiling plays that I didn't include Adam Thielen in that last week, and somehow we didn't get absolutely crushed. We lost. We didn't get absolutely crushed. Thielen can't steal my soul this week, so that's good. B-Rob off the board? Mm. QB, no QB, no QB. I think this is a goof pick. Give me the goofball. Give me the goofball. Okay. This would be good to get Everett on this team as a mini stack with Pacheco. Someone like George Pickens is fine. London. Could go Palmer as a mini stack instead of Everett, but if we go Palmer, I really don't want to go Everett as well. That kind of X's that out of the equation. Pittman's fine, man. Like, this dude's he's locked in for what, 10 targets this week? Deontay Johnson's, he's like the upside unknown, but like, if Deontay Johnson plays 70% of snaps, 70% plus, he probably goes too late. Dobbs, I know for a fact, goes too late. Go Pits for the culture. I can't. I can't. I can't draft the backup tight end in Atlanta. Sorry. I can't. Oh, man. George Pickens off the board. Here to Derek. I feel like Derek Anthony is is this man on the Twitter machine? An EDN3. I don't get into a dog bowl without this guy. It looks like Crash Rich may have already maxed this contest. Gabe off the board. We're gonna see a run at wide receiver, aren't we? Hmm. I did like the Pickens click. Wow. Interesting. 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 What's the snap count between Hunt? It's pretty gross. Ford getting 50%. He still gets a good amount of carries. I don't think I can get Pittman back to me. Most likely not. Let's go Musgrave here. Let's go Musgrave here. We get him after ADP. Some sort of uniqueness to this build, please. My God. Been basically an ADP drafter here. This really X's out Romeo Dobbs for us. Having 2 pass catchers, I don't love that. Not without love. Cortland Sutton definitely in play as a little mini stack here. I feel like there is like legit like a teardrop after Sutton. Like Tony shouldn't be this high. I'm okay with Bourne just because of the amount of snaps he played. Wandale's okay. It doesn't look like Danny Dimes is going to play though, so Elijah Moore no way should be here. Josh Downs I'm okay with. Reynolds, Michael Wilson probably should be the next person after Sutton, in my opinion. And we'll see about Bateman. There were some comments from Lamar that he might be getting him more involved. Might be. He's going to try to. But those snaps have been ugly too in Baltimore. It's basically Zay Flowers and then everyone else like, here, you get some plays. You get some plays. You get some plays. But going up to 48% is promising and seeing a downtick from Odell. Is Bateman alive? Is he alive? And then Isaiah Likely, one of my biggest fades this offseason. Now, it doesn't make too big of a difference because there's basically a last round pick in the offseason, but yep. 18 likes on the live stream. Let's see if we can break 20 on this before we done with this draft. Appreciate that. Scoot, am I the only one who feels like Moore is going to be a good PPR play? Like absolute target hog. He definitely could be. Against Vegas. If he falls to us, like I'll mix him in here. Oh, fuck, he's going to fall to us. These guys both have their 2 receivers. I have like no DJ Moore this week, and I probably should. I probably should. This is the spot where I would draft him. Oh my God. Zach Moss. I think they're just going to continue to get Jonathan Taylor more involved. Rachaad White, though, obviously, he hasn't been effective. He hasn't been efficient. But Detroit's an absolute beast of an O-line, a defensive line. Same with Philly. New Orleans has a good defense. I don't know how much we can really equate those games into the factor. Like, White should be going ahead of Najee, in my opinion. He should be going ahead of Zach Moss this week against Cleveland. At the very minimum, those 2 plays. Like, I don't think he gets drafted in every single one of these. No, he does not. But I mean, like, you're gonna draft Najee over White? He's getting 56% of snaps. Jalen Warren right behind him at 48%. I don't know. I think that's another one where the fantasy community is just a little too quick to write him off. Let's go. 20 likes. You guys are the best. Tyrod Taylor. Shout out to Crutches. Just stunting on everybody. Say, you want to see the scroll down? Hold my beer. We're going Darren Waller, Tyrod Taylor. That's awesome. No bring back, but this could be what, a Curtis Samuel pick? Imagine the Curtis Samuel pick here. Just huge brain. It's right there. It is right there. Bo, what's going on, man? Welcome to the live stream. DJ Moore 50-point week. I'd probably go broke. I'm basically completely off DJ Moore this week. Just from a ceiling perspective, I think, especially for battle royales. I don't know. JSN, I think there is a little bit of risk to the JSN pick. Dobbs goes at 61. It's so criminal. It's so criminal. We can add Curtis Samuel to our player pool. Yeah, he does the bring back. He's got the stack and the bring back. If this is a Cortland Sutton pick, it's going to hurt the soul. We may just go Rashad White because we talked him up so much. If Cortland Sutton goes off the board here, like a huge FML. Breathe. Breathe. Myers is off the board. Otherwise, we could have done a mini there. But yeah, we have a mini stack with Sutton and Musgrave, so that looks good. That looks good. Yes, this was a fun one. This was a fun one. DJ Moore at 55. All right, let's jump in one last battle royale for the night. Wait on 2 peeps. Gonna get funky with this one. Unless other people get funky, and then I'm not gonna force it, and I'm just gonna take some crazy ADP value. Because I've been getting some insane teams. And that's the best part about drafting on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Is this a completely badgeless run for the last draft of the night? What? This exists? This exists? This is like, this just means Underdog's getting bigger and bigger every day. Let's pull it up. I'm a spoon. Austin Eckler and Diggs earlier today. That was a fun start. Kenneth Walker at 7, Diggs at 6, and Josh Jacobs at 18. Bijan at 21, Diggs at 4, Keenan Allen at 9, with Josh Allen at 16. Like, I've been getting some crazy GMs. Shout out to John. But it feels like they never win. You know what I mean? It's just like that ecstasy, that high you just continue to chase, but it doesn't lead to anything good except for Kelsey at 3. Called it. We're out here calling shots. We're out here calling our picks. Kelsey at 3 feels good. We are on our way to that ADP chasing team. Who would we realistically? I feel like it was easier. It was much easier to get the Kelsey Mahomes earlier in the week. I don't think I've got it since Tuesday, and I have a lot of Kelsey teams. Maybe it happens here, but I doubt it. Yep. I'll take Josh Jacobs, please. Thank you. Chalky, but we will figure it out. We will figure it out. The fact that Atlanta versus Tampa Bay total is lower than Chicago versus Vegas tells me that I need to know about that game. Yeah. Nah, I know. But it doesn't mean a piece or two can't still get there from that game. I don't want multiple pieces on the same side of the ball in Atlanta. I don't want multiple pieces in the same side of the ball for Tampa Bay. But like, you want to give me like a one off or like a mini stack between like Bijan and Mike Evans? Like, yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But yeah, it's super low total game. I would have liked Barkley for this team, but we already have a running back. We're not going Devontae Adams. Let's go C-Watt here. Basically, if an ADP fell to me right there, that was like too good to be true, like Mahomes or something here at 10, and then again at 15. If we had some like good ADP value or someone that I actually really liked, I would bring in Barkley here because I like him this week. But since he's not there, I'm trying to get away from the ADP just to get away from those chalky starts. I'm going to end up with let's go Mike Evans here. Let's go Mikey A. Let's just bring in the favorites. All right, these guys, this guy can't pick a running back. I want Tyler Lockett. I have a feeling that he's not coming back to us, though. Whew, that was close. Okay, one more person to go in front of us. Give us Tyler Lockett here. And I might just make this like a Jordan Love team. Could go Cortland Sutton too. Let's peek. It felt like Judy was coming off. Yeah, he did come off the field a ton last week. You have to think that has to do with the trade status that they want him gone. Ooh, we do get Tyler Lockett to fall to us. I'm just gonna go T-Lock. T-Lock. T-Lock it in. We're not gonna have a bring back for this one, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jordan Love is the 8th QB off the board this week. And honestly, after Love, I feel like there's a huge fall off. Like if I was gonna bring one in, you could add Sam Howell in the conversation. Sam Howell, Joshua Dobbs, just because of the matchup and the rushing upside. But yeah, Geno. If Geno doesn't have Metcalf, though, like I don't love Geno this week. He's already been struggling this year. Staffy's in play if you have Puka, if you have Cup. Goff? I just feel like you can go naked Goff anytime. Just because there's so many weapons, he spreads the ball. Rushing tutty Goff right here with 0 yards? Let's bring in Jordan Love. This was a go get your guys type team, and every now and then you need that. Every now and then you need a go get your guys type team. Yeah, I have some Staffy teams. I think he's good to sprinkle in, especially where it's correlated. If you're taking Cup 1 overall, you should have some Staffy teams, right? That's the way I see that. Tight ends, Everett's probably my favorite scroll down tight end. I think he also has a pretty good history against KC on top of playing 74% of snaps, which you can't say that for a lot of these tight ends going late. Now, Mayer got a nice bump last week. I like mixing in Mayer too, but no Jimmy. We're gonna see Brian Hoyer. It is a downgrade, but 81% of snaps is sneaky, very sneaky upside. Trey McBride, we went over that. Avoiding every Seattle tight end. If Henry doesn't play, probably making a last minute Mike Gesicki team. Logan Thomas. This game, he basically felt like the only one on the field, and then he disappears against Atlanta. Musgrave, I don't know how he goes undrafted in this. I guess he's what, tight end 3, 4, 5. He's tight end 6, so it makes sense. All right, guys. Appreciate you coming out tonight. Smash the like on the whale if you enjoyed tonight's stream, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good luck tomorrow, Pounders.